Hello. Guys, we will start here in just a second. How is everybody? Hope y'all are doing okay. Tonight, we are talking about We're talking about the Pygmy Hippo tonight. Ah. Well, if you're early, you don't have to. You just have to wait for it to start. That's all. So before we get going, I don't think it's going to impact this channel, but it could potentially impact the big channel, the main channel. I had been called to jury duty, and my first day in is going to be the 3rd, which will be a Monday. Yeah, I probably haven't started yet. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. I really don't know what's going to happen. I could end up not having to serve, but anyway, I will eventually get around to new stuff on this channel. I'm probably going to be putting stuff up within the week, so be looking for that. I'm not changing. Hi, Pac-Man 3988. I am not changing the start time for this channel. This channel will remain at 7 p.m. and not the 6 p.m. that the other channel is going with. So just know that. You're saving a bunny. Be careful. Scientific name for the animal that we are talking about today is coming up. Hi, Caroline. That is the animal that we're talking about tonight. We are going to be talking about the Pygmy Hippo. Before we, and I made a decision as I was going through this. I'm going to switch the conservation spotlight up. It was too much like something I do on the other channel, and I'm not happy with that. So, gonna work with it. going to grow with it a little bit. So the pygmy hippo is endangered. It's not critically endangered just yet, but it is endangered. Now, the population trend for this animal, not the greatest. They are calling for more drops in population. Hi, Ji-hun. Aaliyah. The population is also severely fragmented, and basically what that means is it's not one band of environment for these animals. It is broken up, so you get pockets of habitat where these animals can live. The number of mature individuals is around 2,000 to 2,499. Those are all mature individuals. So very, very important that we bring up numbers. As for why these animals are endangered, right now their biggest threat in the wild is deforestation. But sadly, that comes with issues like, is the population in danger of getting its genetics all wonky? Meaning that there's too many animals, or no, there's not enough animals, and so you start breeding with relatives, and that's not good. It could also mean that maybe pocket community over here in one area could potentially go extinct. These animals are also taken for the bushmeat trade. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you're going out, you're killing an animal, you're bringing it back and selling the meat. Parts of the animals are also used for ritual and traditional medicine. That's a hard one to crack. They do enjoy legal protection in all of the places that they live, but it really comes down to, for them, not enough enforcement, not enough resources, and not enough training for those people that are caring for them. Now, the good news is, if there is good news, the majority of the hippos live within protected areas. They are working at creating wildlife corridors, so protected areas that bridge the gaps between this population and this population. Of course, there's also animals in zoos, and they are bred in zoos. I went through and selected at random a bunch of countries from different locations. At least in Europe, I did. There are 2 zoos in Belgium, 1 in Denmark, 9 in Germany, I believe 10 in France, 2 in Belgium, 2 in Denmark, 9 in Germany, perhaps as many as 10 in France, 4 in Italy, 1 in Romania, 7 in Russia, 4 in Russia, 1 in Switzerland, 5 in the UK, 23 in the United States. And is my phone doing it again? It probably is. No, it's not. Crazy. In the United States, those zoos may include, but are not limited to, Lincoln Park Zoo, John Ball Zoo, Houston Zoo, Jacksonville Zoo, Miami Metro Zoo, the Louisville Zoo, Omaha Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium, San Diego Zoo, and Lowry Park in Tampa, Florida. There are only 2 total in South America. There are 5 in Japan, 1 in the Philippines, and 4 in Australia. I think everybody left. So, how is everybody doing? That is honestly all I have right now. I had been told that I can like my own live, so I'm going to do it. I forgot to do a poll. Help if I could spell. Sorry, I'm responding to a message. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a fantastic Saturday or Sunday, or I hope everybody is having a terrific Thursday. Wow. I'm obviously tired, and I still have to type up a story. Working on a new story for the Spooky channel. I'm hoping maybe it'll be a little bit scary. Yeah, probably not. But it'll be different. It'll be different. I don't know what else to say. Don't you just love when you have days like that? Where your brain shuts down? See, if people were in live and participating, I would have stuff to say. But clearly, there aren't enough people in live participating. Excuse me. Let me give you a rundown of the lives for this month. We have 3 lives remaining for the month of October. They are, next week is the giant whiptail ray. The following week is the Jevry zebra. And on the 30th, we are doing the psychedelic rock gecko. So those are what's coming up for this month. We are starting off November 6th. That may not happen, by the way. Just putting it out there. We have Osaba, Ba, Osaba. I don't know. Anyway, it's an island hog. It is endangered barnyard, and we will end the month with a endangered barnyard. So that is what is coming up. Big things. Also, I'm really hoping to get back into doing the lives, or not the lives, but the videos again. We'll see how that goes. And then yeah, I'm excited. Hi, whoever just came in. I don't know where you're from, so I'll say hi anyway. I can't see you. I know you're there though. Yeah, I don't know. No votes in the local zoo. So I'm assuming nobody has, either you don't have a local zoo or you don't have pygmy hippos. Pygmy hippos are honestly one of my favorite animals. They're just too cute. Or at least the babies are. And if you know my spooky channel, I do monsters. So I was doing monsters as we spoke at the beginning. The problem is the one looks like one I've already done. So I kind of have to design a new one. If you are watching this after the live is over, please let me know where you're from. You don't have to give me your city, but definitely give me your country and or your state if you're from the United States. I did not go into a bunch of the facts on this animal like I usually do. So if you do have ideas on how to expand this topic, let me know. I do like the idea of having time where I can talk to you, my the people coming into my live. YouTube is doing some new stuff with lives, so hopefully we can do some of that. On the 17th, believe it's the 17th, on my big channel, we are going to have we're having a guest come on. Now, the guest is somebody that we already know, but hopefully it'll go off without a hitch. Probably only going to go for another 10 minutes. Because there's nobody in. Okay, well, that was different. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to let you, maybe I'm going to let you go. Is there anybody in live? If not, I'm going to go. Hope you all had a great day. I will talk to you later. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.